Hello, everybody. This is Julissa. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who's listening right now in the podcast. It is Wednesday, February the 5th, 2025. I wanted to come here and share this story with you guys. When I heard it, I was like, this is crazy. What is going on with people these days, you guys? Let me tell you something. As we get closer to the second coming of the Lord Jesus Christ, you have to really learn not to you really have to learn how to control your emotions, okay? Because the enemy is going to try to do anything in his power to get you to act in an improper way, to get you to do crazy stuff, right? So you have to be careful of your emotions and how you jump to conclusions about things that are not true. And I'm only saying this because of things that had happened to me, and because I heard this story like I told you that I'm about to share with you. It's very crazy how we can assume things, and then they turn out to be completely different. We have to be so careful about that because it's the enemy operating. Nothing good will come from the devil. Nothing good is coming from the devil. You need to understand that he means nothing well in your life. And that's why, the Bible says, resist the devil, he will flee. You have to be paying so much attention to that, right? So any like intrusive thoughts, negative thoughts about yourself, that's not from the Lord. And if they're not from God, why don't entertain them at all? Don't entertain them. Don't think, that your time has passed. Don't think that there's no hope for you. Don't think that you're too bad into sin, let's just say, that God is not gonna be able to help you. And I'm gonna share this story with you guys. I don't know who needed to hear that, but I just felt like saying it because I know there's a lot of people struggling right now. It's the beginning of the new year. Like I told you, people start analyzing their lives and where they want to be and how come they're not where they want to be. And there's a lot happening in the world, right? There's a lot happening. So um before I continue, before I get to the story, I want to say thank you so much, everybody who has been following me on Spotify. Please don't forget to do so. If you follow me on Spotify, you'll be able to get notifications every time I load a new episode. And the same thing if you follow me and you're subscribed on the YouTube channel. Thank you so much for doing so. Every time, if you're subscribed and you hit the notification bell, you get notified, right? Every time I do a video. So I do appreciate everybody who's been following me and subscribing on the YouTube channel. So listen to this, you guys. A Wisconsin woman has been accused of stabbing her boyfriend in the neck with a kitchen knife because they were arguing, listen to this, over the wedding venue. These two are about to get married. How crazy is this? I mean, if this is before the marriage, this is a big sign. I mean, this is insane. I believe, I never been married, right? I believe that when you're preparing yourself for marriage, when you're getting ready and planning all of that stuff, it's probably I know it could be stressful because I hear other people say that, but, it's probably the best timing, you're getting ready, you're decorating, you're planning everything that how you want your wedding to be. And these two got into an argument regarding the wedding venue, and she stabbed him in the neck. That's crazy. So it says here, Wisconsin woman allegedly stabbed her boyfriend in the neck during a dispute over a wedding venue. Kaylee Brunter, 22 years old, is now facing charges of first-degree reckless injury in the Wednesday, January 29 incident. So it happened last week. Police were called to a residence in Brookfield after Brunter's boyfriend notified the police that she had stabbed him in the neck. The victim alleged the attack occurred after he and Brunner argued over using their home as the location for the upcoming nuptials, according to a criminal complaint obtained by the outlet. Don't you feel embarrassed saying that to the police? That's crazy. it's not like, oh, they were arguing, like, because when I first read it, I'm like, were they arguing with the wedding planner, with a family member? Maybe, that might be too extreme. But arguing with each other, and then she stabbed him in the neck because of it. This is what I'm talking about, having control of your emotions, okay? This is crazy, you guys. So he called the police, right? And he told them that's the reason why they were that she got upset. It says here, he said she allegedly attacked him without warning when she returned home early from work and then followed him with a kitchen knife to the basement where they went to pack up some of his belongings, according to the complaint. The man alleged she moved towards him with a knife and swung a couple times per the complaint. It says here the victim advised that he was struck with the knife and knew he was bleeding but did not know from where. Bradner allegedly swung the knife 2 more times and the victim advised that he felt the knife in his neck the second time. He fell to his knees and she stopped the assault, according to the complaint. And this is before marriage. I mean, what a sign, right? Investigators spoke to her, who allegedly um investigators spoke to Brandner, who allegedly she and the victim both became physical with each other, and she grabbed the knife at one point during the altercation but put it down but grabbed it again after her boyfriend threw her to the kitchen floor. So now this could be turning into like a self-defense thing, right? Even though he said that she came from work early and just stabbed him out of no, like, just randomly like that. She was released on a $3,500 bond, and she's scheduled to appear in court on February the 13th. So this is very crazy, because if this is like, I mean, I don't know, I don't understand. You're planning your wedding and you are getting so upset to the point, like, what are weddings these days? Like, what is going on? Isn't wedding the most magical time when you're getting ready to be with the person that you love, right? And these two are getting ready to take the next step, and they're gonna argue to the point that she's gonna become so upset to grab a knife or something. This is crazy. And people might say things like this and say, they're young, they're just young people. They're 22, right? I think yes, they might be a young couple, but they're still, young adults, right? So this is crazy. Let me just read what some of the comments are saying. I'm laughing because it's a little bizarre, not laughing at what happened, right? It's just hard to believe. I know that he's doing well, right? Because, he's able to give this interview, right, for this article. But this is bizarre, right? Some people are saying, I'll rethink those wedding vows for both of them. And then somebody else said, oh, okay. And let me just see. This is crazy. It looks to me, she was arrested and released on a $3,500 bond. But I feel like if they're in that, obviously, if they're in that stage where they're getting physical and like physical abusive towards each other, obviously they're not meant to be like married, right? But I'm sure they know this by now, right? It's just bizarre to me, this case, and this is another example, guys. It's just another example of the things that we're gonna see on the last days. Like I said, the enemy only comes to kill, steal, and destroy, right? Kill, steal, and destroy. I just want to make sure I was saying that right. Nothing good will ever come from the devil, and I think you need to understand too that when it comes to like arguments and things like that, before an argument, really, I'm not saying I'm the most, I don't argue with nobody. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that you have to, you know, just think about it. Is that really worth it, right? Always, if you're a true believer in Jesus Christ, always think why don't I just seek out peace in everything that I do, right? Sometimes, yes, you do have to stand up for yourself and things like that. After reading this, though, I gotta say, towards the end of the everything that I say here, she was saying that he threw her on the floor, right? So that can turn into abuse. That's why probably she, um, you know, continue on with the attack. But she was the one who walked in there with a knife, though. So what happened? I mean, they're saying they were arguing over the wedding venue, right? It's just that they're so young, right? They're planning their wedding and it gets already physical. Wow, that's crazy, right? And if it got like that over their wedding venue, which is a time where they were supposed to be the most happy with each other, it seems to me, from reading that too, that they have gotten very, they had gotten into a physical altercation in the past, right? Because they were, I mean, it's like buying a cake and getting upset. Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, really? Like, it doesn't make sense, right? So it's supposed to be a happy time that turned into this over just a simple thing, of a simple decision, right? Um, maybe it's not as simple, but it's really no excuse. Everything in life has a solution, right? Everything in life has a solution. Okay, don't let anybody make you think otherwise. The only thing in life that doesn't have a solution is when you die, because after that, there's no more choice for you, right? And this is why I gotta say, always seek out to be right with the Lord first. Get into a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Everything else is just so temporary. So let me know, guys, what you think about this. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much, everybody, who listens in the podcast. Have a good day, everybody. God bless.